Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be for my environmental science class. If you're in another class, you don't have to watch, but as always, you are more than welcome to. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different than my other videos that I've put out for you, in that we're going to start the section on acid rain today, but actually we're going to talk just about pH and what pH is, what it means, and have something a little different for you in the second half of this video. So, to start off, we're going to go through a little bit of information about acid rain. Now, acid rain is just one type of acid precipitation. Rain, snow, and hail that contains a high amount of acid. Now, whenever I say a high amount of acid, whenever you think of acid, you probably think of the ways that it's portrayed in movies and video games or TV shows where it's like, if it gets on my skin, I'm just going to dissolve away. Well, that's not exactly what acid means whenever you're talking about it in a scientific way. Fossil fuels release sulfur and nitrogen into the air when burned. Now, whenever this pollution, the sulfur, mixes with water vapor in the air and comes back down, it falls as acid rain. Once again, this doesn't mean what it means in the movies, video games, TV shows. It's just a slightly acidic substance. You have acidic substances in your home right now, and just because it is something that is acidic does not mean it is harmful. Now, to talk about acidity, we have to talk about pH. And this measures the acidity of a substance, how acidic something is. pH stands for power of hydrogen. And we could get into, like, down on the molecular level, what it means to be acidic, what it means to be basic. But we're just going to talk about... We're not going to get into the super specifics of it. We're just going to talk about it in a broad sense. Now, the lower your pH is, the more acidic it is. And a higher number is more basic. But a perfectly balanced substance that is neither acidic nor basic has a pH of 7. Now, absolute pure water has a pH of 7. This is water that is neither acidic nor basic. Now, another word for basic that you may have heard is alkaline. There are products out there that you can purchase that are alkaline water. There are people who claim that it has medical benefits. I'm not a doctor, so I can't really, I won't say whether it does or it doesn't. There are people that claim that it does. That's something you'll just have to look up and do your own research. Now, like I said, pure water has a pH of 7. That's a perfectly balanced thing. Now, regular rain has a pH of 5.6. So, the fact that it is below 7, whenever a pH is below 7, that is what makes something considered acidic. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been out in the rain multiple times, and it has never started to melt my skin off. So, that's what I mean by movies and TV shows and video games. They portray acid one way, but they're talking about things that have a extremely low pH, where it is dangerous. But just because something is acidic does not mean that it is harmful. White vinegar has a pH of 2.4. So that is a very low pH, but if you get some vinegar on your skin, it's not going to hurt you. I mean, if you get it into a cut or something, yeah, that's going to hurt. That's going to sting like crazy. But just getting it on your skin isn't going to hurt you. Okay, so here's a chart that kind of gives some examples of things that are on the pH scale. We're going to start right here in the middle at 7. And now 7, like I said, perfectly balanced in acidity and basicness. Now, if we go up the scale on the screen, the higher it goes, the more acidic it is. So if you look here, you'll see that milk is actually slightly acidic. Now, whenever you think about things that are acidic, you're probably thinking, vinegar, lemon juice, battery acid. But on a scientific meaning, milk is actually slightly acidic. See, because it has a pH of about 6.5, which lower than 7 technically makes it acidic. So as we go down the scale, we get increasing alkalinity. Now, what that means is if it has a pH value higher than 7, that means that it is considered a base. It is considered a basic substance. So as you go down here, we get things like baking soda, seawater, milk of magnesia, ammonia, lye. These are things that are considered basic. They are not acidic, they are basic. Alright guys, now normally whenever I cover this in class under normal circumstances, I would do a lab activity with you where we test the pH levels of different substances. Now, obviously, we can't really do a lab activity online, so I thought how to show you the acidity of different substances in a way that I thought you guys would enjoy, especially not looking forward to it, especially the way I'm going to end it. So I thought, why not start with some alkaline and work my way up and show you my reaction to ingesting things that get progressively more acidic. So to start off, I have some regular tap water. Nothing exciting here. This is water out of my tap here at my home, and Elise and I tested the pH level of our tap water here, and it had a pH in the range of between 8 and 9. So that is a pH level that is higher than 7. So the tap water here is slightly alkaline. Okay, nothing exciting there. Now, to move up to a pH of 7, I have in my cup that you guys might recognize from class, I have some filtered water. So this water should be closer to a pH of 7. Okay, so that is a balanced 7 pH. Not alkaline, not acid. So now we're going to get into things that are going to become more acidic. This is just regular 2% milk. Now, I've put the pH chart on the screen here so that you can watch as it goes up. Milk has a pH of 6.5, so not acidic. Well, I mean, scientifically, this is an acidic substance. But, as I said, just because something is considered acidic does not mean it is necessarily harmful. Okay, so now we're going to get into the things that are more acidic. Here I have some orange slices. Now, I looked this up. I know oranges aren't on the chart there, but oranges have a pH of 4, which makes them more acidic than anything else we've done so far. So alright, so I ingested something that is acidic, not harming me. I don't think anybody's going to get harmed from eating oranges. Now, we're going to get into the more acidic things. The next thing I have is a pickle. Now, in the classroom, we would be testing these substances with what are called litmus strip tests. It is a special type of paper that Whenever exposed to a substance, it will turn a different color depending on the pH of it. So this pickle, I looked it up, has a pH of 3.2. Once again, not harmful. Alright. The next substance is something that I feel a lot of you teenagers are familiar with. Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew has a pH of 3, so it is getting to be very acidic. Now, the tingle that you feel in your throat whenever you drink something like Mountain Dew is the carbonation, and it is also the acidic nature of the drink. Okay. Now this is the one that I am not looking forward to doing, but Elise insisted that I do this one. Here I have in my, if you can see there, it says Lucky Mr. Sims glass, is apple cider vinegar. Now, apple cider vinegar has a pH of, I believe it was 2.3. I am not looking forward to this, but in order to show you how things progressively get more acidic, I am going to, probably not all of it, but I am going to drink some of this. I'm not looking forward to this. Oh. Oh. That is not sitting in my stomach very well. I do not recommend recreating this lab at home. Not at all. Oh. Okay, so. Alright, so that is going to be our lab activity. Now, whenever we were doing this in the classroom, we would have tested the pH levels of these different substances, and I would have had you guess what you thought it was beforehand, and then test it, and then see how accurate you were. So, that'll be it for today's video. The next video that we get into, we'll talk more about acid rain and how it affects our community and the world. So, that'll be it for today. I hope you all have a good day, and I'm going to go wash this taste out of my mouth. Bye.